been waiting a long time for this. You poor excuse for a sound system. All talk, no shock.
What's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot Ed, and today we have in front of you the Unique Toys A-01 Soundmixer, aka not Chug Blaster, not Kingdom Blaster. This toy came out, 2014 to be exact, and we weren't even barely into Combiner Wars yet. In fact, I think right around the beginning of Combiner Wars, it was around about the end of 2014 when they first started releasing. I think this is when this toy came out, so it's been out for a while. I'm gonna say this right off the bat: it was my blaster for a long time. The only other blaster you could get at the time, I believe, was the Fall of Cybertron, the Voyager size blaster, which turned into a vehicle. And if you have him, and I have him, I don't know where he is, but you can look on my page if you want, on my Instagram page, and see pictures. I do have device label blaster, but he's somewhere. I don't know where he is. So let's look at this right off. Just look at it first, and as you can see here, it is. I mean, it looks like blaster. 100% looks like blaster. He doesn't have spring-loaded opening door. As you can see here, this is one of the issues with the blaster that I hate it. I can never get this side to tab in. So that's just me, and it could be my copy. He's got the speaker detail, which is a dark plastic, and then up here, of course, he's got the handle, which you can see there. So he looks just like blaster. From the bottom here, you can see the legs. And it's a unique transformation. And then from the back, he's very solid in the back. Like, that's the one thing I did like about the figure. He's solid from the back. But in robot mode, I'm going to discuss some of the things about him. Now I'm not going to go too much in detail. Like I said, Kingdom Blasters coming. People are going to get them. So, keep your ears open. Keep your eyes open. Just like last year with Earthrise, at the beginning of last year, at the end of 2020, in the beginning of this year, a lot of people were going for, remember this guy? Yeah. And I think he's going to drop like at the same time. But this toy has, like I said, some issues. So let's do some quick measurements. We'll do some quick comparisons with other things that turn into devices, more or less. So the measurements put him at about 4 3/4 inches long. 4 3/4. And from the top, from the handle, he is about 3 1/4 inches. Let's compare them real quick with some other devices. We just have some stuff on deck. Like I said, it's a holiday. I need to relax. Work has been tough. Here's, of course, Earthrise Soundwave, which would be the best comparison. Now, let me throw in a monkey wrench here. We also have music label Sound Blaster. Now, here's something that a lot of people should understand. These two should not be the same size. Tape recorder with a because this is micro cassette size. Technically, if he was a full-size radio, he would have a regular cassette size, so he would still be bigger than him. So they would actually scale like this. I know some of y'all are going to be upset because this is a very nice figure, but as you can see here, this would make more sense as far as size because it's a tape recorder. And, this is a radio. Even then, that's why the original blaster was always bigger than Soundwave. And also, just to show you, he doesn't spring load open the door. And then the cassette is actually his gun, and we'll show that off when we get the transformation. And this to show you the size of this compared to Soundwave with Ravage, because I have him on deck. He is way smaller. Like, it's not gonna fit. Like, you know, I know people are gonna ask that question, well, can he hold cassettes? The answer to the question is no, because it don't fit. And the way that the chest is molded, it just won't fit in the chest. You can try, but it ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna do it. So just to give you a heads up on that, if you want to know about that. And you can put that back in there. Now, he did come with some other accessories. And some of the other accessories that he came with. Oh, let me just do one more comparison real quick. This is my favorite thing. And it's this guy. Y'all know my favorite refractor. And there, you know. And again, this is way out of scale. Okay, just way out of scale. They should not be the same size like that. In fact, I mean, that just goes to show you what you got to do. Like, in all intents and purposes, he should have been smaller. So just to give you a heads up on scale, not everything is going to be 100% scale. All right, so let's just get that out the way. And that's really all the comparisons that I have. Measurements are taken down. Let's go straight to transformation, and we'll be back in 2 and 2. Like I said, I don't have the box. He came with the goggles that go on the eye. Came with some things that went on the shoulder, and the little, kind of like the hand blasters, kind of like from that episode where he gets the amplifiers to fight Soundwave. So let's get a good shot of him. Okay, as you can see here, the Autobot symbol is, of course, provided by Repro Labels. And the articulation is the same. Leg goes out to here, and you can lift this up so you can get a decent knee bend, but it's going to stop by the waist. So you can do that. Of course, you can extend the leg about right there. Leg can only go back so far. So it's kind of like Hot Rod, Series 86 Hot Rod, where you can only go backwards so far. But I'm going to forgive this one because this is from 2014, 2015. Okay, not 2021. So that's about as far back as you can go. Arm rotates 360. No, just goes up to here. The arms are on pins, a lot of pins and screws. He does have elbow, as you can see there. The head does go up and down and does a 360. He has waist articulation, which is partly due to transformation. And also he has feet swivel, which was uncommon in most of the modern Transformers of that era. So that is a plus. The colors are spot on. Let's take a look at the head real quick. As you can see there. And he has the yellow eyes like the G1 toy. The head sculpt is pretty cool. Some people drew the eyes blue. You can, if you got like the right marker, you can do that. But I mean, why would you? You know, that's about as good as it's gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it does everything almost as well as a modern Transformer. And the fist and the hands open up too. So you can see that there. Yeah, so it's pretty good. It doesn't rotate, so don't try to rotate your fists because they're gonna break. The toy is kind of fragile. It's shown its age. I mean, the legs are, it's kind of floppy, you know, and I'm sure I can tighten it up a little bit, but the way that everything is, and yes, he can Van Damme as well, but the way everything is under here, I would have to unscrew it and probably, you know, use my special glue on it. That sounds weird, special glue. It's just regular, clear Gorilla Glue. That's all it is. not super glue, just a regular Gorilla Glue. That is a very good adhesive because it'll make it nice and tight, but it won't break when you start to, make it, gel with the joints. And of course, like I said, I have not found the box for this. Here is the tape, and he only came with this little tape. Let me get a close up of that. And the tape, it's just a little tape. But what's cool about it, this is his gun. So if you don't have anything else on the shelf, you can use this, and everything just unfolds. Little barrel unfolds, and you got that. I always say his gun looked like Megatron transform. That's part of the reason why I wanted a G1 blaster. And the gun just fits in his hand. You can open the fist, or you can just put it in there like that, and he's got the gun. Like I said, the rest of the accessories, they're not, I don't like them. They just look weird. You know what I'm saying? I like these better. So yeah, he looks pretty dang nice. And once you get him standing, like I said, the waist is a little loose, but he'll stand up nicely. Let's get some action poses there. And yeah, he looks good. And let's get a little bit of a height, because he's pretty tall for chug scale. And pause. And we're back, and he is Voyager scale, right at about 6.5 inches. So he's pretty close to 7 right there. And let's compare him to other people and other, people he would interact with. So of course, Trax, because they had that one episode together. And then there's, Optimus Prime, who is slightly, maybe just a tad bit taller. I love Netflix Prime. Netflix Prime is much. I love this regular than regular Earthrise Prime. And as you can see there, let's get in comparisons there. Yeah, he's about an inch taller, so you can see that there. And there's more comparisons, and then we're going to compare him with some other people. One more comparison real quick. Yeah, they were in an episode together. So my man Starscream, and they're, like I said, Blaster is a pretty big boy. So he's no shrimp on that. No shrimp. And then of course, the final comparison that everybody would like to see is going to be this guy. Again, which you probably seen it in my previous video. All right, so yeah, there they go. And again, he is taller. He's taller. And again, I've said this in previous videos. As a toy, he was taller than Soundwave. He was a lot bigger than Soundwave. So, and of course, they're going to make him the same size, which Kingdom is going to do it right. I prefer them to be on the same par. This is not bad, but the only reason why I still like him is just because of the fact that his sculpt is so different. Where when we probably get Kingdom Blaster, he's going to be similar. And just for a bonus, because I'll never really review him, but just because he's in my collection, we got music label Sound Blaster. I do have Sound Blaster as well, the Netflix, not the Netflix one, the Walmart 35th anniversary one, but this is still my favorite because of the way that he transforms and everything. It's very G1. And yeah, that's the crew. That is it. One more look around at the two of them together, and we will see this blaster again when I get Kingdom Blaster. So let's go into the final thoughts real quick and wrap this puppy up. Final thoughts. And overall, this version of Blaster did what it was supposed to do. It's not perfect, but it did what it was supposed to do. And it existed in a time where we had no clue if we were going to ever get a proportion-sized blaster to go with our Combiner Wars and Titan's Return and, you know, Power to Primes. This came at the end generations. I was glad I picked them up, and I got them for cheap. So third party liquidates their toys from time to time. Fans Project has done it. I didn't get this until 2017, 2018-ish. It was on sale for $39.99 because I think it was like $60, $70 when he first came out. But when he got liquidated, and Big Bag Toy Store was selling him for, at one point, $34.99, which was, if you think about it nowadays, it's decently priced. It's third party. The materials are still good. Like I said, the overall looseness of the joints, it came like that. Like I said, I bought this brand new, so you know, I wouldn't go and say, oh, I would get this over the Kingdom Blaster, because the Kingdom Blaster is going to be more modern technology. It's going to be, you know, different plastics. Believe it or not, it's better plastics. I got to learn that now. It's, you know, the old ways are gone, but this is a good standing. Right now on eBay, he will cost you about $50, $60. And you're going to get him used. It's not going to be brand new. And if he is brand new, I still want to get him because there's the incompatibility. And that is going to be with the cassettes. None of the cassettes are going to fit. They never made any cassettes to go with him. So, you know, if you're going to, like, if you just want him to be a cassetteless blaster stand-in, because he does fit in well with the War for Cybertron line in general, yes, get him. You're going to have to tighten the joints a little bit, but overall, he's still a very good blaster. And in a way, I'm sad because he does, believe it or not, he has the proportions I like, because he's so different than Soundwave. Because, you know, Kingdom Blaster is going to borrow a lot from Soundwave. It's, you know, super heavy retool. But, you know, at least looking what we see, he does, you know, look good. The eyes, you could paint those blue on your own. The head sculpt, spot on. I mean, he's got, you know, he's solid. He's solid all around. I wish I had like a spinning turntable. I might invest in one, but, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, he does what he does really well. I like him. I'm glad to have purchased him. And, you know, when we get to the Kingdom Blaster, we're going to do a comparison between the two to see which one is going to be better. In my opinion, I think Kingdom is going to be better just for the compatibility, cassettes, and the modern technology. But if you can't get Blaster for some reason because he gets scalped to death, because, you know, like Soundwave, he will. If you got to go this route, I would definitely go with him over any of the previous installments of Blaster. Like I said, Titan's Return was just too big and weird. Fall of Cybertron, he was a vehicle. He just wasn't Blaster. This is Blaster. So I still give this toy 8 out of 10 for what it does. And yeah, if you want to get him, I would say go out and get him. If not, like I said, you're not missing anything. But he is by all intents and purposes a very good standing. So this is my review of A-01 Soundmixer, not Kingdom Blaster, not Voyager Blaster. And this is Super Robot Ed saying thank you for watching my videos. The road to 1,000 has been getting closer and closer, and I appreciate everyone that's subscribed to my channel. And I'm always going to bring you the news and reviews when I can. And that's it. So have a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your days off if you have them. If not, you know, tell your job they're not right and they should give you some time off, because I know I need it. And I'm not going back to work until Monday. So peace to everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's see if we get some more news for Transformers coming out. Bye-bye. See you soon.